Trust consists of three things. If it was four, it would be a trust quadrangle, but it turns out it was three. We've done this with about 100,000 people so far, and so it feels like it has stabilized. We are more likely to trust someone if we feel their authenticity, logic, and empathy. Let me explain what I mean by that. And those of you that studied liberal arts will feel Aristotle, logos, pathos, and ethos, which should give you confidence in the comprehension of it. So if you feel like it's the real me talking to you, you are more likely to trust me. Said differently, if you feel like I'm giving a message that I don't believe in, maybe my boss gave me a message, I don't agree with it, but I'm supposed to say it to someone else, and I feel like I'm being a good team player. I'm not being a good team player. I'm actually reducing the amount of trust in the institution. So we are less likely to trust you if we doubt it's the real you. We're less likely to trust you if the rigor of your logic seems like it's contradicting and it's not tight and it doesn't make sense, which means we need transparency into your logic to observe the rigor. And we're less likely to trust you if it feels like it's all about you and you're not in it for us. So trust has three component parts. That's the first thing. And what's great is that each of these component parts is entirely actionable. And by the way, this goes for individuals and organizations. And I'll get to the part, but when I went to Uber, it had trust problems along all three of these, and we were able to overcome each of them because we could pinpoint where the problems were. So here's the exercise I ask everyone on the call to do right now. It's a super quick exercise, which is think about a recent time when you didn't experience as much trust as you were intending. It could have been at home. It could have been with peers, with colleagues, with your team, with your senior leaders, with your board, partners, whomever it was with. Think about a real recent time when you didn't experience as much trust as you wanted. And now ask yourself, you're skeptic, and that's what we'll call the person or people that didn't trust you. What got in the way of their trusting you? Did they doubt your authenticity? Did they doubt it was the real you? Did they think you were saying something that you didn't believe in? Did they doubt your logic? It felt like the real you, but wow, we did not want to give you the steering wheel. It just didn't feel like we were going in a good direction. Or it was the real you with good logic, but oh my gosh, it was all about you. It didn't feel like you were in it for us. Whichever one of these three that gets in the way, we call this your wobble. And each one of us has a trust wobble. We use the word wobble because we want it to be non-threatening, a little cute, but also that you can overcome it by tomorrow. Because what we're going to do is go through how to overcome each of these trust wobbles. But before we do that, I also want to acknowledge that each of us also has a trust anchor, which is there is one of these three things that is just deeply within us. It may show up in advanced genetic screening, but it is deeply within us. And consider which of these is just always with you. I've done this for mine, so that like I can't shake logic. I'm annoyingly logical. And if I have broken down in trust, it's my empathy that has gone. And honestly, it's probably because I didn't get a good night's sleep. That's the first to go for me. The reason it's important to identify our anchor is we should coach from our anchors. Every one of us can be coaching other people on how to build more trust, but please let's do it from our strength. The number of times that I have seen an empathy wobbler coach another empathy wobbler, it's too many and it's not good. So let's know what our strengths are and then we'll be able to coach from it.